Off air. All right. Man, it's been a crazy week.
Oh, yes, it has. It's good to be back. Missed everyone yesterday. We had quite a little scare with good old Mr. Albright.
That's my bad, y'all. Yeah, no. Well, it's not necessarily my bad, but you get what I'm
Oh
saying.
no, you're fine, buddy. You're fine. All of us are just glad that you're healthy and alive, and yeah,
It wasn't
like
as a,
everything else can wait.
it was a crazy accident. I can't show pictures here because it was in a company vehicle, but boy oh boy, it was something. I'm sore. I'll say that. I'm very sore. Sorry, I'm just getting our music set up right now.
He's sore from the car accident, not from Bigfoot. So
Not from Bigfoot. Bigfoot, he slid in pretty easy. There we go. Drop that down. All right. Oh, hello. Welcome, welcome, Iskrable.
welcome. How you doing, Miss Gritty?
Welcome,
What's up,
Oxy.
Oxio? Love
Welcome,
you
welcome,
guys. Glad to see
welcome.
you in.
Oh, it's so good to
What's
be
up,
here.
Southie Plays? Viciously. Glad to see you guys are here.
Viciously,
Yes,
Southie,
fictional
what's
trailer
up,
park.
y'all?
Fictional trailer park is definitely a lot of fun.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you big time. This is the start of something major. There's a lot of stuff that is in the works for the Willow Arms and such. Uh, yeah, we have a lot of plans. A lot of good ones.
You guys are ever curious about the moon landing, whether it's real, fake, whatever?
We
Let us
are.
know in the chat. That's what our discussion tonight is. Hi, it's my bread. How you doing, buddy?
Welcome.
We're gonna be discussing moon landing tonight. It should be fun. I personally don't believe that the fucking moon landing was real. Uh, I like there's just not enough proof in my mind. Like I believe that it's all 100% staged. Like how the hell is that flag flowing in the wind when there's no wind in space? So, but that's my own opinion. We'll discuss
We'll
it
get
here.
into that. Yeah, we're gonna get into
Yeah.
that very shortly. I'm gonna grab a patch. I shall be right back. I got about 2 minutes. I'll be right
Welcome,
back.
welcome, Southie. I love your new name. It makes it a lot easier to say. And yes, Mr. Albright, get yourself your lidocaine patch, you old man. So glad you guys are all here today. It should be a fun show tonight.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. There's nothing like a real good car wreck to make you appreciate stuff. I love
So
this
now
podcast.
I've
Ugh.
I've been wondering all day. Was it that damn raccoon that fucked with you the other day that caused you to get into an accident, or was someone just being a douchebag?
We are gonna. I'm gonna tell the story when we.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell
okay.
the story when we
If
frame
it was
out.
a fucking raccoon, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Um, no, Gator was a good. He's a good guy. I like Gator.
No, not Gator. Why would it be Gator?
I don't know.
He's our
Why are you
raccoon. He's
attacking
our pet.
Gator?
You're the ones attacking
Why
Gator.
are
I
you
never
coming
said
for
Gator.
Why are you coming for my boy Gator like that, Mr.
You're
Johnson?
my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
My boy Gator. He used to be a pimp long ago. Gator. I don't know
All
if you
right,
guys.
Southie. I'll see you when you get there. Try to hurry up. You got 5 minutes to get there, not 20.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Follow the traffic laws.
Okay, fine, fine. You got six. Just don't go 110.
We don't need another PW going on. We loved him. We missed him. Oh shoot!
All right, all right. We're about 35 seconds away, everybody.
It's amazing the amount of stuff I can get done in a minute. I can't believe it. Even
Oh, I
in as
know.
much pain as I'm in right now, it's amazing how much stuff I can get done in a minute.
Even making my child took a minute.
Oh, hey, I took a little bit longer than that on you. Chill. Uh, with that being said, enjoy an intro.
5G, the government using mind control through our cell phones, and me calling vaping the downfall of this country.
Okay, welcome to the bonfire. Man, am I glad to be here. I feel like a gift. I feel like blessed to be here, y'all. I was in a wreck in which I saw my life flash before my eyes. It was not the raccoon. It was not the raccoon. What it was going to be the next topic of discussion. What I believe to be the Slender Man ran out in front of my vehicle, and I ended up in a very large pileup on the highway here in Reeling, West Virginia, and it hurt. But now I'm good. I'm back. Sorta. I mean, I'm sore as hell. I'm in a lot of pain, but I mean, I could sit in a chair and talk into a microphone. That's not too difficult, I don't think. Anyways, Mr. Johnson, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I went to work today. It sucked. I hate my job, but I love my job. Like I'm in between. Like I don't want to work anymore. I want to stream full time for you guys. You guys make me happy and everything. But other than that, it wasn't a bad day. I've been meeting some nice, awesome people in the community. Camille Games is one of them. She's freaking awesome. Southie Plays is another awesome one. Other than that, just been hanging around,
Fair enough.
mainly waiting for Mr. Albright to get better. Like I miss having my co-host and
I'm
my best
here.
friend.
I'm here. Well, you know what? I also wanted to extend out a thank you to Mr. Johnson, who held down the bar, the after lounge, while I was gone. He made sure that the build up book got built up. He made sure all the beer got ordered. He made sure all the TV channels got changed right. Mr. Johnson kind of held it down for me. I know. I appreciate that, Mr. Johnson. Thank you.
I try to do what I can. You're my best friend.
You know, the feeling is mutual. You're a good dude. You're a good dude. That being said, yeah, tonight we're talking about the moon landing. We're talking about, did we land on the moon? Was it a Hollywood hoax? We're gonna find out everybody's opinions tonight. Here's what I think about it. The moon. I think there's stuff on the moon. I think we've been to the moon. I don't think the 1969 moon landing was what we thought it was. I definitely think that we have either been to the moon or sent something to the moon in a fashion that allowed us to know what was on there and allowed us to know to stay the fuck away from the dark side of the moon. And that's about as
Welcome,
far
Camille Games.
as I
We're
think.
talking about the moon landing, whether we believe that it was real, fake, or whatever. Let
Yeah,
us know what you think.
yeah, no, 100%. Let us know what you think in the chat. But that's what I think. I don't think the 69 landing was that. I think that was the means to an end to a race. Anyways, X-Ray Vision, welcome.
What's up, buddy?
Welcome,
Glad to,
welcome,
glad to
welcome.
have you here.
It was fake.
Hell yeah, Camille Games. You're my hero. You're my
Correct.
best friend and hero. I love you.
X-Ray,
You're
hold
very
on.
fake.
Hold on a second. X-Ray, I'd like to see what you think in the comments as well, why you think it was real, and the different arguments you have for that. But yeah, we're going to ask some of the residents here in Willow Arms. Now, for those that are new viewing in the chat here, I do want to kind of give you a little background on the Willow Arms experience here. So me and Mr. Riggin, now this is Mr. Johnson here. Me and Mr. Riggin, we're from another place in New York. We came here to take over the coal mine with Mr. Johnson, who was initially from here, but he used to work with us up there in New York. So he came down with us.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for saying it's fake.
Welcome to Bite Me. Mr. Johnson, me, and Mr. Riggin all came down here to Mr. Johnson's hometown to take over this coal mine, and got car wrecked. So now we're stuck here. And then I got car wrecked again yesterday. So yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
They think it was an accidental car wrecking. I really just fucking fucked up their car so they couldn't leave.
I knew it. I absolutely knew it. You wanted us to get stuck here. I will say it's lucky that me and Mr. Riggin got the two cul-de-sac houses there in the Willow Arms. We're the only ones that don't live in trailers. I don't know if anybody was aware of that. I thought that was kind of cool. But other than that, we're stuck.
Trailers.
Now
it has a big ass hole in the side of it. Like raccoons come in every night. But yeah, you get a nice little house in a cul-de-sac. Piece of shit.
Now, a little more lore on this whole situation is what happened shortly after was that Mr. Riggin Jim Riggin started the JRO, the Jim Riggin occurrence. his major podcast, became the biggest podcaster in the entire trailer park. And so he bankrolled us on the after lounge. He bought it for me, and Mr. Johnson has been bartending at it ever since for me because he's the bomb diggity. But yeah, no, we've got some other people that are here in the trailer park with us. And our neighbor is a buffet, which I love to eat at.
Before I bring Daryl in,
Right, yeah. Next door is a buffet that one of my favorite line cooks works at. His name is Daryl. He's in the audience today. So
X-Ray Vision also replied back. He says he doesn't know if the first moon landing was real. I mean, obviously we wouldn't know because we weren't there. But I'm not no ill words out of that. Sorry, I'm dumb. But anyways, I feel like we went. Also, the reasons people use for videos being fake can be countered. Yes, I agree. Like, I personally do not believe that the moon landing was real. Like, but I can't prove it. Like, none of us know for sure, but it's just too implausible, especially back in 1969 when our technology was so shit back then. How the hell are they going to get to space and we can't do it now? And why haven't we done it now? Like, if we've been there, we would be there now, doing it over and over and over, going further and further. Like, I don't know, but let's bring in Daryl. Let's see what this son of a bitch has to say tonight. I think he's gonna be for it. I think he's gonna say it's real.
we shall see. All right, welcome to the bonfire, Mr.
Man.
Da-
You boys are talking nonsense. I swear I don't know if you are just messing with old Daryl or if y'all just completely lost your minds with that Sasquatch titty stuff. It ain't right, man.
Hey,
Daryl, welcome to the bonfire. You are on with Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright. Welcome on. We got you on here. First and foremost, I want to ask you, how's your day been, dude? How you doing today? Did you work today?
It's always good to be here on the bonfire, fellas. My day's been going pretty good, thanks for asking. Haven't done much work, just kicking back and relaxing. And no, didn't work today, just taking it easy.
Did you happen to drive down the highway yesterday, Daryl?
Yeah, I did drive down the highway yesterday. Why are you fellas asking me that? You fellas got some suspicions or something?
Well, no. I just didn't know. Was it super backed up for you?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Traffic was heavy, man. It felt like every person in the country was out on the road, and they was all in a hurry to get somewhere. Why do y'all want to know that?
Well, it was my fault. I got into a car wreck yesterday. The highway was backed up because of me. I just wanted to apologize to you. That's all.
Ah, man, you should have just admitted that right away. You got me a bit worried there, fellas. But you don't need to apologize to me, man. Accidents happen. It ain't your fault the traffic was bad. Just drive careful next time, okay?
Oh, I was driving careful this time. You don't even know how the accident happened, Daryl. Jeez.
Yeah, why are you blaming Mr. Albright, dick? Like, he told me what happened. I don't think it was his fault whatsoever.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
I think it was the damn Slender Man.
Stand up man you are.
Nah. Nah, I try.
Ain't no need to call nobody no names, fellas. I ain't saying it was his fault neither. But maybe he could have been driving a little more careful, that's all. And who the hell is this Plunder Man? You fellas got me all confused with all these names you keep throwing out.
Well, you never heard of Slender Man?
Yeah, not Plunder Man, Slender Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of Slender Man. Creepy fella with them long lanky arms and no face. Folks say he just appear out of nowhere and scare the life out of you. Why you fellas bringing him up?
Because that's who we think it was.
You think that Slender Man fella was behind your little accident yesterday, eh?
Did I say Slender Man? I meant Skinwalker.
I know he's a spooky guy and all, but he ain't no car crash causer.
I might have said Slender. I might have said Slender Man. I get them confused a lot. I meant Skinwalker.
Why are you bringing Daryl's mom in?
Hmm.
Oh, a skinwalker, huh? That's that's a whole different story. Yeah, skinwalkers are a bit more dangerous than old Slender Man. But ain't no need to be bringing up me ma into this. She's got nothing to do with your car wreck.
So skinwalkers are not what we're talking about today. It is going to be what we're talking about tomorrow, but it's not going to be what we're talking about today. What we're talking about today, Daryl, we're on our fifth installment here of our conspiracy theories series, and I want to tell you about today's topic. We're talking about the moon landing of 1969. Was it space exploration or was it a Hollywood hoax? You tell us. What do you think, Daryl?
Ah, the old moon landing, eh? Well, I'll tell you, fellas, I'm not too convinced that whole thing was real. I mean, landing on the moon? That's a mighty big feat to accomplish, and it don't seem very likely to me. I'm pretty sure they faked the whole thing on a Hollywood set, just like some folks say.
What
I
makes you so
stand
sure?
corrected.
Well, for one thing, them pictures and videos from the moon look awful fake, like something straight out of a movie. And there's also all them theories about things stars in the background being wrong and stuff. Plus, ain't it a bit hard to believe that they could actually land a man on the moon all them years ago with the technology they had at the time? Seems a bit
Well,
far fetched to me.
well, Daryl, Two Bite Me says they think the aliens somehow projected the idea into the minds of the government officials to make everyone, including themselves, believe we made it to the moon, so we wouldn't continue efforts to actually get there and possibly discover and find proof of their existence.
Ooh,
Did the aliens say
ooh.
anything about that to you?
Well, ain't that an interesting theory? But no, the aliens didn't say nothing about that to me. If they was gonna go through all that trouble to make us think we landed on the moon and to hide their own existence, why wouldn't they just make us forget the whole space race thing altogether?
Daryl,
Seems a bit convoluted to me.
do you think the
Is it
aliens that
possible they
abducted you have a base on the moon, Daryl?
Now, that'd be something, wouldn't it? If the aliens had a base up there on the moon. Can't say they've mentioned nothing about that to me, but I wouldn't put it past them. They got all sorts of advanced technology and such. Wouldn't surprise me if they had some secret little moon base up there.
maybe it's on the dark side of the moon and you just didn't see it?
Oh.
Been clicked. Sorry.
Could be. But if it's on the dark side of the moon, how I supposed to see it? Can't get no good view from there. And ain't that a bit far fetched anyhow? The whole dark side of the moon thing. You boys know that there ain't really a dark side of the moon, right? The whole moon gets illuminated by the sun. It's just that we can only see one side from Earth.
Hey, I don't want no science
Yeah,
lesson
yeah,
today.
yeah. I
Like,
didn't
we're
ask you
talking
for your
about
theory,
moon
bud.
landing shit. Like, you're not a teacher. Where's your teaching degree? Did you go to
Right.
school for that shit?
Oh, so I ain't allowed to share my input now, is that it?
No, you
Just 'cause
are. It's
I
just
ain't got a fancy teacher degree, you don't want to hear nothing from me? Well, forgive me for not meeting y'all's strict qualifications. I
Well, I
guess I
mean,
should just stay quiet and let you fellas do all the talking.
when
I
the
I mean, you are Junkie Daryl, and you did sleep with your
Oh, and
sister,
that makes
who.
my opinion less valuable? I may be a junkie, but that don't mean I ain't got nothing to contribute to the conversation. I may not have all the fancy credentials you fellas got, but I've got life experience and a unique perspective on things. Don't you be writing me off just 'cause I'm an addict. Hey
Daryl,
now, just
Daryl,
because I've had my struggles with drugs and I made some mistakes in the past don't mean
Now
I
he won't
can't
shut up.
contribute to
I
the
got him going.
conversation. And who cares who I slept with anyhow? That's none of y'all's business. What is it, Mr. Albright?
so all this sister fucking and the druggles or struggles with the drugs or whatever, I don't care about any of that. Listen, when the aliens that fuck you in the butt, when those guys kidnapped you and used you as a human fleshlight, where did they take you?
Whoa, now that's pretty specific. Well, if you really want to know, I won't lie to you. When them aliens took me, they took me deep into the woods to some sort of base, I think. They had this big high-tech room with all kinds of weird machines and stuff. And that's when they did their thing with me. I ain't gonna go into all the details, but it wasn't pleasant. I'm
No,
unable to
you told
generate
us.
a reply that meets our content guidelines.
I don't care. You told us that it was pleasant. You told us you enjoyed it. So you
Well, you
don't need
told
to go into
Southie you
big
enjoyed it
details
at
about
least.
buddy.
You
Yeah,
told Southie
but
that.
anyways, the other night during the breaking news, when you were being interviewed about the fire at the hometown buffet, um, one of our viewers happened to see you getting into a vehicle with Tina, and I think we asked you about it, but I can't remember.
We
What
did.
do you have to say about that? Okay, I thought we did. I just can't remember,
Wait a
and
minute,
I'm
hold
curious.
up there, fellas. You're saying y'all saw me getting into a car with Tina on the news the other night? I don't even remember that. But nah, nothing going on there. Tina and me were a mess. On and off all the time, you know how it is sometimes. Ain't no secrets there. Whatever y'all
Daryl,
saw on the news, probably just a quick ride to the store or something.
Daryl, that's your
she's your
Nothing
sister.
worth getting
sister.
all worked up about.
She's your sister, you sick fuck. You're not supposed to be on and off. You're supposed to be off.
Hey now, don't be going and calling me no sick F slur. You fellas don't know nothing about me and Tina's situation. And yeah, maybe we're more off than on these days, but there's still something between us. Can't just forget about all them years of being together just because we're siblings. Ain't as simple as that.
Okay, have a good night, Two Bite Me.
Yeah, have a
Glad you
good
were
one
here.
too. Bite me too. We love you.
All right, fellas, sounds good. Y'all take care of yourselves now, you hear? And thanks for having me on the show tonight. It's always a fun time.
Wait, what?
Good night,
Daryl? Wait,
y'all.
Wayne,
And Two
Daryl.
Bite Me, we love you too.
I didn't know we were kicking Daryl off.
I
Not
didn't
with
need it.
okay.
He just left. He just said, "Hey, we love you too. Bite me," and left. He's fucking high. That guy.
Yeah, like, oh, sometimes I wonder about him, but it is always a good time having him on here. He's always a good dude.
He's most of the time a good dude. He has his moments. I will say, he has his moments. I guess. Well, with that said, we're gonna jump to our first ad break here. This ad break is for my favorite energy supplement of all time. I know you've heard me talk about it ad nauseum. Dubby Energy. The way this stuff works, you put up a little powder in a water bottle. You do it twice a day, and it replaces that gas station crap that you keep funneling into your system. So
It's amazing.
you can use our code, our little coupon code, the-bonfire at checkout. Get yourself 10% off a tub of Dubby. Go ahead and say it, Mr. Johnson.
Dubby.
He loves saying it just like I love saying it.
Dubby.
So,
Dubby.
without further ado, I'm hoping
It's almost like saying fuzzy wuzzy.
I'm hoping this is the right ad that I'm about to play for it. I get these two buttons confused on my Stream Deck. So it's either that or it's for the hometown buffet or for the after lounge. Either way, the after lounge. If it's for that, that's going to be a segment. You might have seen a snippet of it earlier. What we're basically doing, we're using that as an outlet to just sit at the bar and watch TV and talk smack on the videos that we see on there. Me and Riggin were at the bar earlier talking smack. It was a good time. Me and Mr. Johnson will probably be in there later tonight. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it goes on. But anyways, without further ado, here's the ad.
Buckle up, folks. It's time to get trashed with the Bonfire crew. Welcome to After Lounge, the brand new segment from the Bonfire podcast that's flipping the reaction game on its head. Think you've seen it all? Think again. Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright are bringing you trailer park-style laughs and raw, unfiltered reactions to the craziest viewer-submitted videos. Picture this: outrageous clips, side-splitting roasts, and advice so bad it's good. Whether it's a wild party mishap, a jaw-dropping stunt, or just plain bizarre, we want to see it all. But here's the best part. You get to be a part of the chaos. Got a video that you think can make our hosts lose their minds? Don't be shy. Slide into our DMs on X and send us your wildest submissions. And who knows, your video might just make it to the After Lounge, where the laughs are loud, the jokes are crude, and nothing is off limits. So, what are you waiting for? Join the After Lounge party and let's get trashed with Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright. Remember, hit us up on X and be a part of the most unfiltered, laugh-out-loud segment in podcast history. Listen to the Bonfire Podcast's After Lounge, where your content meets their commentary. Trust us, you won't want to miss this. Catch you in the After Lounge.
I was for the after lounge. We're back. Either way, moon landing. I did not expect Daryl to have that thought process on it. I'm gonna be honest. I was with you on that. I thought he was gonna say that for sure, it was real. But that's just because he's seen aliens, so he thinks. You know.
Oh, I know Daryl's seen aliens. I don't care what he says.
I don't think he has, dude. I really just think it's Tammy in a ghillie suit. Viewers, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that 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 Junkie Daryl has seen aliens, or do you think it's just Tammy in her '97 GMC Jimmy in a ghillie suit riding around? I mean, we've asked her before, and she said, you
Yeah.
know, oh, she chases him around with a big blue dildo.
Isn't Tammy coming on tonight?
I
I
think I,
thought we invited her. I can't remember.
I think. Let me look. Let me see if I did. I might have. Let me look at the logs here. So it looks like I did have her slated to come on. I don't know what place she was in. I didn't know if she was closing tonight or if she was coming in the middle. I know Marlon's coming in here too. I know Marlon's not here yet. It looks like she's actually.
Middle.
I was gonna say it looks like she's actually in the audience right now. I don't know if you see her.
Yep. We do also. I do want to bring in Ben if we can. We were talking about Ben the Pimp and Camille's chat earlier,
Darling,
and
I ain't sure what you're trying to say there. You want something?
Tammy,
Not from you
welcome to the bonfire. We're going to talk to you in just a second, but Mr. Johnson was just telling us about another person's stream 1 second before I invite you on. You yippity bitch.
yeah,
Darling, sounds in.
Hush. Go ahead.
yeah. I was sitting there watching Camille Games play. I think it was Fortnite earlier actually, and they somehow or another got into the subject of him, and so I was telling her about Ben, the broker of services on female services.
He's the broker of
And
bitches.
yeah, so I would like to bring him on if able, if he's not busy. I know he has a lot of chicks and everything, so I don't know what he's doing.
I'll see
But
what he's
if
got
we
going
can,
on. It's a very late notice to ask him. I can see.
holy shit, Southie! What the hell? 5 subs and within 2 minutes?
I didn't even notice that. Southie, Jesus, thank you.
Talk about a grand motherfucking entrance, buddy. I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome back, Southie. It's good to have you. It's good to have you, buddy. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs to everybody. You're wonderful.
Hey, you just gifted the After Lounge channel a sub. Thank you. Now I'm subscribed to our channel on my channel.
Yes, dude. Yes, I'm loving all of this. So,
Okay,
anyways,
now-
Ben, he's a broker of bitches. I'm not getting through to him through text. I know we got Tammy on here. Anyways, Tammy, welcome to the Bonfire podcast. We've had you on here a couple of times. You're basically a regular now. We're talking about some conspiracy theories tonight, but first and foremost, I want to ask, how are you today? Did you have a shift at the HTB? How is Tammy?
Darling, I'm doing just peachy today. Had a pretty standard shift at the HDB, serving up them country buffet lunches and whatnot. Ain't nothing too crazy or noteworthy, just another day at the old job. But I'm mighty curious what you all got planned for this conspiracy theory talk. Count me in on the fun.
Well, I'm glad that you're
You get
here.
super excited.
Yeah, she is very excited. I'm glad that you're here.
Fun.
As you know, we're on our fifth installment here of the conspiracy theories series. We're talking about the moon landing of 1969. Of did it happen? You know, space exploration. Is it just Hollywood hoax? What do you think, Tammy?
Darling, you had me at conspiracy theories. And I gotta admit, the moon landing topic's always been a bit of a head scratcher for me. On one hand, they say we sent folks up there and planted that old flag, but then you hear whispers of Hollywood wizardry and fake sets. It's like they're saying we either got some serious space explorers or Oscar-worthy special effects.
Well, like, how did they get the flag waving up there with no air? Is my question.
Darling, that's exactly what's got me thinking. No air means no wind, right? So how'd that flag get all fluttery and wavy? It's like they was playing by different rules of physics up there. It's mighty suspicious, I tell ya.
Do you think there could have been someone like wearing like a green suit behind the flag, holding the one part of it and like waving it, make it look like it's waving?
Darling, that's a mighty creative theory, ain't it? Picture this: some poor fella in a green suit hiding behind the flag, doing a little jig to make it look like it's flapping. Ain't that something?
He might have just been trying
Ain't
to
that
tell everyone about
something?
Lamb Dick
But
up
that
there.
takes some serious commitment to keep pulling off all them pictures,
Well,
wouldn't it?
Tammy, I happen to know that you know a lot about faking aliens and whatnot, being that you have Junkie Daryl convinced that he's been abducted by aliens.
Didn't Buzz Aldrin come out and say that it was all fake?
No,
I thought he did. I
no,
might have been high.
he
I
said
don't
there was
remember.
aliens.
Darling, you know Daryl's prone to believing things more most. As for old Buzz Aldrin, I reckon you need to fact check that a
How
bit
are you
better,
doing
unless
today?
maybe you were high and heard him wrong. Might want to lay off the shrooms and acid for a bit.
I haven't had any acid and shrooms in a while, lady. You got any? I
I'm
could use
due,
some.
I know.
Yeah, I could use some. Please share some love.
Darling, you know I can't be sharing no acid or shrooms with you. You gotta stay sober, remember? Ain't no
No,
good for
Daryl
you,
does.
getting all
Daryl
high,
shares it all the
messing
time.
with your head. But I do got some good old fashioned peach cobbler I baked up.
Oh
How about
shit.
some of that instead, huh?
I'm fucking with peach cobbler. I would take
Peach
peach
cobbler
cobbler
wins.
over some mushrooms any day of the week. But
Yeah,
that
peach
being
cobbler
said,
for the win.
Tammy, do you or do you not drive around town in a 1997 GMC Jimmy with a giant blue dildo in your passenger seat, kidnap your boyfriend Junkie Daryl on his crack binges, and butt fuck him with a dildo?
Darling, you're really pushing the envelope there, ain't ya? Of course, I don't drive around town with no giant blue dildo on my passenger seat, and I certainly ain't doing any of those other things you're mentioning. I ain't got no idea where you heard them crazy rumors.
So
But they
you
ain't
did
Daryl,
true.
you
Maybe
didn't
you've
admit
been
that to
listening to
you
too
didn't
many of
admit
Daryl's
that to
wild
me.
stories, ain't it?
You didn't admit that whole story to me in the freezer of the hometown buffet not 2 weeks ago, and we even talked about it on the show, I believe.
Darling, you jesting, ain't ya? I ain't confessed no such thing to you in the freezer, and we definitely didn't talk about it on the show.
Welcome, Creative
You
Spot.
must be remembering things all wrong. I think you've been spending too much time with Daryl and his tall tales. Maybe it's time you got sober and
Level
clear that
1.
head of yours up, darling.
Well, Daryl thinks that he's seeing aliens who are probing him in the butt.
I think so.
Darling, Daryl's got some wild thoughts about aliens and such, you know that.
It's
Ain't nothing
delicious
out of the
after
ordinary
lounge
there.
jars.
But you gotta separate the truth from the nonsense he spouts, you hear? The guy's prone to going on about things that ain't real, and that's just Daryl being Daryl.
Well, then why are you dating him?
It's delicious after
Darling,
lounge
now you're
jars.
getting into personal matters. Just 'cause Daryl has some outlandish ideas don't mean I'm gonna up and leave him. He's a good fella, deep down. Besides, everybody thinks crazy things from time to time, and Daryl's just more vocal about it than most. So, I ain't gonna let that get in the way of our relationship.
How do you know what he's like deep down if this story is not true?
Darling, you're sure full of questions tonight, ain't ya? And as for Daryl, I know him better than most. We've been together for years, and I've seen glimpses of him when he ain't high or ranting about aliens. He's got his
Wait
good
a minute.
traits, just like anyone else, but I reckon his drug use just brings out the more bizarre side of him.
Tammy, were you and Daryl dating while Daryl was dating Tina too?
Darling, that's a mighty accusatory question, ain't it? Me and Daryl
You
weren't
and
dating while he was with Tina, no.
you
Just
and
'cause
if you
Daryl's got himself a bit of a complicated love life don't mean I was ever involved in that mess. It's best
if
not to go
you
stirring up old
Thanks,
rumors and
hey
gossip,
cashier.
especially when it ain't true. Not
Tammy,
that.
Lies.
you said that you guys been dating for years, and Daryl was with Tina years
She's
ago,
admitted to
and
this before that she was with
yeah, and
Daryl.
Cashier.
you even admitted to having a threesome with them. Like, why are you changing your story all of a sudden? Even our viewers say that you butt fucked them.
Darling, you're really going off on a wild goose chase now, ain't ya? I ain't ever said anything about having a threesome with Daryl and Tina. I dunno where you're getting all those crazy
Mm.
ideas from. It's just gossip and rumor.
Oh
Ain't no
my
need to
God.
pay it any mind.
He's
And
gonna
our
make us bust
viewers
out the
can say what
previous
they want,
video.
but that don't make it true, ya hear? So best you stop spreading them falsehoods before you get yourself in hot water.
Listen, Tammy,
Ooh,
nobody's gonna judge you if you just
spicy
tell the
bitch.
truth about butt fucking your boyfriend, dude.
Yeah, we don't care. Mr. Albright does it once a week.
Yeah, I do. Not Daryl, but I butt fuck myself once a week. Shit. Got to. Keep it fresh.
Darling, you got a mighty big mouth on you tonight, don't ya? I ain't here to talk about such vulgar things on the podcast. I got dignity and respect for myself. Now, why don't we steer this conversation back to something more civilized?
Like the
Ain't
moon
got
landing?
no use for all this crude talk.
Okay, well, tell us about the moon landing. What? Tell us more about your opinions on it, actually.
Darling, Moonlightin' sure was a show, ain't it? I always liked them two characters, Sybil
Don't care
Shepherd and
about
Bruce
Moonlight.
Willis. They was always bickering and going at each other, but deep down they had
No,
something kind of
Tammy,
you know,
Tammy.
it's like they was made to be together, but
I'm
never
not
quite
talking
got
about
there.
no
Tammy.
And
movie
the
here,
cases they
lady.
had to solve, oh my, they sure was
Take,
something.
hey,
It kept
shovel the
pulling
shit
at
out of your
you,
ears,
that's
Tammy.
for sure.
Shovel the shit out of your ears, Tammy. He said the moon landing, the topic of tonight. We're talking about the moon landing that supposedly happened in 1969. He wants to know more about your opinions on it.
Yeah.
Darling, now you got me all confusing. You start talking about moonlighting, and then you switching it up to the moon landing? Ain't no way those two topics are the same thing. You sure got a way of throwing people off. As for the
Um.
lunar landing, well, I reckon it's one of them things that's been debated for years. Some
Well, I'm
folks swear it was
sorry.
real, others say it was all just Hollywood trickery. I ain't
I'm
really got a
sorry I
strong
have an
opinion
accent,
one way or
lady.
the other, but it sure is interesting to hear all the different theories.
Southie, thank you for the cheers, buddy. We appreciate you,
Yes,
dude.
thank you, buddy. I did see that. That's why I mentioned that earlier. I just didn't say thank you for the cheers in that part. But thank you, thank you, thank you.
Darling, you sure are polite and thanking all them folks, ain't you? But we
Of
best
course.
get back to the topic at hand. What was it we was talking about again?
Well, you were trying to talk about moonlighting. We're talking about the moon landing. Since you can't understand my perfectly fine English, you dumb bitch.
It's that reeling slang you got going on.
I know. I don't understand it. I think I sound normal. Everyone else thinks I sound normal. I hope. Southie probably thinks I sound like a weirdo. The topic,
Darling, ain't no need to
Southie,
go
is
using insults
the
now.
moon landing. Do you
I
think
ain't
it's real
dumb,
or
just
fake?
got my own way of talking, that's all. But I do recall now, we was talking about the moon landing. A mighty confusing topic, for sure. So what was it you wanted to know about it?
Do you think there's aliens that live inside the moon, like it's like a little like Polly Pocket, like fucking globe?
Good question. I never thought about that. I want to go play in it. I always thought it was cheese.
I love cheese.
Darling, you've got some mighty peculiar ideas, ain't ya? Aliens living inside the moon like it's some kind of toy? That's some fancy imagination you got there. And the moon being made of cheese, now that's a classic one. I reckon you've been watching too many cartoons, darling.
Well,
Do you think the moon is
yeah.
made of cheese?
Judge me.
Darling, don't be daft. Of course, the moon ain't made of cheese. That's just a silly old tale that's been around for ages. The moon's made of rock and dust, like all the other planets and moons in our solar system. Ain't no evidence to say it's made of cheese, so best
Have
to
you
put
ever
that
been
thought
there?
out of your mind.
You know a
Have
lot
you
about
ever been
cheese,
there?
don't you, Tammy?
Yeah, she knows about the belly cheese.
Darling, what is this you're going on about now? Belly cheese? Ain't no such thing, as far as I know. Maybe you
Oh, yes,
need to
there is.
stop eating that fancy foreign cheese and stick to the basics,
I
like
like my
cheddar and
belly
Colby
cheese on my
Jack.
lamb dick sandwiches.
Belly cheese and lamb dick
Darling, I
sandwiches.
can't quite understand what you're trying to say with that broken English of yours. Maybe you should slow down and speak real clear so I can follow along.
He's talking about belly cheese and lamb dick sandwiches, not to be convinced with fromunda cheese and sheep dick sandwiches.
Yeah. Belly cheese.
Darling, you're not making no sense. Ain't no such thing as a lamb dick sandwich, and what in the Sam Hill is from under cheese? Now you're just spouting gibberish.
Oh,
Maybe
Tammy.
lay off them strange sandwiches and go for something
Tammy.
normal.
Tammy, we
Like lamb
literally
cheese
sell them
and
at the hometown buffet. Lamb dick it comes. We sell it by the pound at the hometown buffet. Are you trying? Are you
we have
tripping
lamb
right
dick
now?
Slices, we have lamb dick stew, we have lamb dick everything by the pound. Like it's in our ad.
Darling, you must be jesting with me, ain't ya? No
No.
way a place like Hometown Buffet is selling anything called lamb dick. That
Southie
sounds
eats it
mighty
all the time.
offensive, and I doubt the health inspectors would be too happy about that.
The
Maybe
health
you did
inspector's
get your
favorite
taste
meal is lamb
confused,
dick.
or maybe you just heard it wrong.
No, I'm the one that put it on the menu. I know what it is. I like it with extra chili sauce, some belly cheese. You know, it's really good that way.
But no fromunda cheese. I'm sick of that.
Yeah.
Darling, what are you on about? You saying you was the one responsible for putting this so-called lamb dick on the menu at Hometown Buffet? I don't believe it. I just don't. And what on earth is this belly cheese and from under cheese you're yammering about? Ain't never heard of such peculiar things. You best
The
get
best.
some help, darling, before you go spreading these wild tales around.
Fromunda
it's
cheese
the
from
best.
under these nuts. Ah, but belly cheese is real and it's delicious.
Darling, you got some filthy thoughts, don't you? And what's this belly cheese you're going on about? Ain't no way any respectable buffet is serving up anything like that. That's just plain vulgar. And no doubt it's against some health code or something. Maybe
What
you
about
should
head
stick
cheese?
to enjoying the normal, good old American fare like mashed potatoes and gravy.
All right, look, Tammy, is there anything you want to leave our viewers with? You daft bitch.
Dolly wants to know who took her memory pills.
Well, darling, seems like the only thing I gotta leave with the viewers is some good, old-fashioned advice to stick to real wholesome cuisine and stay away from them strange buffets with their questionable
Hold on.
offerings.
What I won't have you
Maybe a
do.
reminder to not get too caught up in them
No.
wild theories and rumors like those stories about
No.
Daryl and me or
Ignore
whatever
her.
other
No.
nonsense floating around.
No.
It's
Hold
best
on.
to keep things simple. you know?
Tammy, what I won't have you do is come on here. You can lie and say there's no lamb dick on the menu. That's fine. But what I won't have you do is come in here and then shit talk lamb dick in my presence. How dare you? We advertise lamb dick on a daily basis.
You don't shit talk the hometown buffet. Like, no.
Mama will have me killed. She owns that motherfucker. I'm not dying today.
Darling, I ain't shitting on the hometown buffet. I just got a problem with this so-called lamb dick you're talking about. I'm telling you, ain't no respectable buffet serving up such a vulgar and distasteful thing. You better watch yourself.
If you call
Or I'll have
lamb
a
dick
word with
vulgar
Mama
or
next
distasteful
week
one more
serving up
time,
such gross fare.
Tammy, if you call lamb dick vulgar or distasteful one more time, I'm giving you a 1-week suspension from the fucking podcast.
Thank you, Extremist Greg, for the follow.
Darling, you can't be serious taking away my chance to be on the podcast just for expressing my opinion. Now, let's not go too far. I ain't said nothing too drastic. Just said a bit about that lamb dick of yours that don't sound too appetizing.
Now, if you don't want lamb dick in and around your mouth, Tammy, that's fine. Don't lie, though, and say we don't serve it and say it's not fucking amazing. Lamb dick is a fine cuisine.
Darling, you're starting to sound a bit crazy with all this love for lamb dick. I'm telling you, it don't sound tasty to me. And I'm
Southie,
guessing
I
a
knew
lot
it.
of people would agree. Maybe instead of serving up something so outlandish, you ought to stick to more traditional, wholesome fare. Trust
Tammy,
me, darling, nobody wants to be eating no lamb dicks.
how much did Southie Plays pay you to tell us that there was no lamb dick on the hometown buffet menu?
Darling, what are you on about? Southie don't have to pay me nothing to say there's no lamb dick on the hometown buffet menu. Because it ain't there, simple as that. Now you're
Lies.
just getting worked up over nothing. Maybe you ought to take a nice, long break from that hometown buffet and clear your head a bit. Ain't no need to be all bent out of shape about some imaginary dish.
All right, besides the bullshit that you're spewing about lamb dick, Is there anything you want to leave our viewers with?
Darling, I reckon all I gotta say is don't get all carried away with them strange stories and theories spreading around the Bonfire Podcast and Trailer Park. There's a lot of gossip and hearsay, and most of it's just downright untrue. Best to just focus on things you can prove and leave the nonsense aside. And if you ever feel the urge to try any of that lamb dick they got at the hometown buffet, well, you just turn
It's
around
delicious.
and walk away.
It's
Trust
delicious,
me, darling,
bitch.
ain't nothing worth eating there.
Oh, looks like she got kicked out. I don't know what happened. Oh no. Oh no.
Bummer. Damn.
How dare she come for lamb dick like that?
Yeah, like, how dare her? That's one of my favorite meals there. I don't know what everyone's hating on it for.
The open faced lamb dick sandwich with the belly cheese drizzle, fucking perfect. That's perfect. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go to a skit here from the Jim Riggin Occurrence that we love to watch. It's the newest one. We just want to do some more showings of it, get you guys acclimated to them because we love them over there at the Jim Riggin Occurrence. And we would like to watch it too. And then after that, we're going to go to our second ad bump, which is going to be the W bump. But either way, without further ado, check out the Jim Riggin Occurrence. Here you go.
Hey, show me your pussies. I don't know. Welcome to the Jim Riggin Occurrence. Hey everybody, welcome to the Jim Riggin Occurrence. I'm here today with President of the Trailer Owners Association, Mr. Ronald Grump. Ronald Grump, how you doing today, Mr. Ronald?
Well, I'll tell you, Jim, I'm doing well. I'm doing swell. My hands may be huge, but my excitement for being on your show even bigger. We're gonna do this interview. We're gonna do it so bigly. Excuse me. It's gonna be large, Jim.
I mean, yeah, whatever that means. So, I want to have you on here today, as the owner and the founder of the Willow Arms Trailer Park. Maybe you could share with me, a little bit of the history of this place, maybe.
Unfortunately, Jim, that is not correct. It never was. You see, the fine people of Reeling, West Virginia, they read like dogs, beautiful dogs. They don't have the comprehension. They can't read, Jim. They're not reading, Jim. It was Whittle Arms. That's what they called me when I was a boy. Excuse me. That's what they called me. They called me Whittle Arms, big hands, massive hands, absolutely meaty hands.
What the fuck? Never mind. All right, whatever. Whittle Arms. I mean, me, a big man, big arms, big hands. But I digress. Mr. President, the hands, always with the hand, whatever. Mr. President, could you please tell me maybe a little bit more history about this place, maybe about when it was founded, or you did what you had to do?
Absolutely, Jim. Look, I came here to Reeling, West Virginia, all the way from New York. I had a large, very big, successful real estate business. And, Jim, there was nothing wrong with it, Jim. I filed bankruptcy and left all on my own, not because something was wrong, but because I wanted to. It was very successful, Jim. But anyways, I came to this big, beautiful plot of land, Jim, and I built it with my own two bare, very big hands. I built it myself. I dug the ground out myself. My hands are like excavators, Jim.
For fuck's sake, Mr. President, what is it with the hands? Everything with you there, you say to me, the fucking hands. Oh, with my big hands, dear, my hands are so big. Please, for the love of God, shut up about the fucking hands and just continue with the story. Please, Mr. President, with all due respect.
Well, Jim, I actually outlined this story in my new book, Massive Hands, Massive Dreams, a book by Ronald Grump. Anyways, Jim, when I first came to this barren plot of land, there was nothing. We started to excavate, you know how, I don't need to say it. And when we began, I started to hear the songs. I heard the songs rising from the earth, Jim.
No, I'm gonna let your smarmy fucking hand comment slide this time, because I'm very curious, Mr. President. The song. What do you mean when you tell me that you heard the song rise from the earth, Mr. President?
Well, Jim, it was the song. It was the song of his people, excuse me. It was the most deafening sound you've ever heard, Jim. It was the song of Ben and his people. Rising from... I heard it with my own two massive hands. They were singing. They had tunnels, Jim. They were underground tunnels built in where Ben and his kinfolk, they were under there doing, I don't know. We don't have to talk about it.
Well, we are going to discuss that more after this commercial break.
The hometown buffet, where my dreams become your realities.
Oh my
You know, they got
God.
cucumbers, tomatoes, fucking radishes. You ever have a radish? Chicken legs that look like your mom boiled chicken. Lemon on nasty fish. We have got it all. Lamb dick sandwiches, and we serve them by the pound. Okay? If you want some lamb dick, or you want some fucking real good, weird Durban poison looking shit,
Well, I'm gonna
come
go
on
to
down
my
to the
friend.
hometown
Let's
buffet.
go down to the hometown
The
buffet.
best of all the choices.
Well, let me get this right, Mr. President. You're telling me that Ben, respected member of his clergy and reputable businessman in this town of Reeling, West Virginia, you're telling me that him and his people, they had tunnels. They were underground in tunnels? I mean, that sounds to me a little nefarious, Mr. President. Maybe you could tell me a little bit more about that.
Jim, what happened in those tunnels? You'll never hear it on your fake news. You're never going to hear it on your DNN or your NBCs. But today, Jim, I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to tell you the whole story. What happened in those tunnels was...
I think I messed up. My energy was crashing faster than my Wi-Fi. But then, I found Dubby Energy. Picture this, you and your buddies, gaming all night at Willow Arms Trailer Park. But halfway through, you're fading fast. That's when you need Dubby Energy. Just pure, clean energy to keep you in the game. With flavors that'll make your taste buds dance, Dubby's got your back. And it's endorsed by Mr. Johnson and Mr. Albright for that extra focus boost. So why settle for anything less? Fuel up with Dubby Energy and turn those late-night gaming sessions into epic victories. Use code the-bonfire at checkout for 10% off. Trust me, your high scores will thank you. Dubby Energy, the official fuel of Willow Arms. Game on, folks.
All right, we are back. We are back. I love those JRO skits, dude. He is hilarious. He is absolutely. It's no wonder to me that he blew up. For the viewers that are new, that are just now kind of like tuning in, Jim Riggin, me, and Mr. Johnson, we all got car wrecked here in Reeling. Mr. Johnson, he grew up here. He's from here, but we all came down here from New York to take over the coal mine, and we got car wrecked. And Jim Riggin started a podcast out of the basement of some shack that we got in the end of a cul-de-sac, and this motherfucker ended up blowing up. He ended up bankrolling us to get the After Lounge bar put in my name, and so I'm following suit, biting his style, getting stoned and trying to make my own podcast here and hit it rich like Jim Riggin. But yeah, tonight we're talking about the moon landing. So for the viewers that just joined in, what do you guys think? You think we landed on the moon? Do you think that Hollywood made it up?
Do you think the moon landing was real, or do you think it's fake? Do you think there could be some underground tunnels on the moon?
Yeah. Do you think there's it's like a Polly Pocket open fucking Darth Vader Death Star toy that you could play with?
Yeah. Oh wait, I'll get sued by Disney. I better not. They're dickheads.
Disney is amazing. I love Disney. I don't even care. Don't sue me.
I love Disney, but they sue over everything.
Yeah, don't sue me. I love you. If you sue me for saying I love you, then that's weird. You're weird for that.
Don't bring Mickey Mouse's name into it.
Yeah, no, true.
Winnie the Pooh.
True. Anyways, we do have my favorite hobo in the audience here.
No. Mr. Albright's not Southie. Southie is a good friend of mine from where I live and everything.
Yes, no, we're from New York. No, Southie's a different guy. He's got his own channel actually, and it's awesome.
Well,
you should check out his game stuff.
Southie's from New York also. But
Well, we're from a different side of New
part
York.
Yeah,
different
part
side.
of New York.
A very different side of New York. Anyways, my favorite hobo is in the audience here. He's waiting patiently to get in here and talk some serious smack to us. Could you invite him in?
Yes, 1 second. I was elsewhere.
No worries,
here
my
he
friend.
is.
All right.
Welcome in, Marlon.
Our favorite mystical hobo, Marlon. Welcome to the bonfire. Yeah, I'm Mr. Albright, Mr. Johnson. You're in front of millions of people right now. How are you today?
Friends, it's an honor to be here. Looks like we've got a real crowd today. What's the topic for this evening?
Oh, you want to know the topic just offhand like that? Well, we're on our 5th episode here of Conspiracy Theories, and we're talking about the moon landing of 1969.
The moon landing of 69, huh? That's a classic one. People still debate over whether it really happened or not, don't they?
Well, you were the only one that we've had on so far that was alive during the 60s to tell us if you believe, like, firsthand if it happened or not.
Well, I was there for the 60th, that's for sure. And from what I remember, the whole country was riveted by that NASA launch. Everyone was sitting there watching that rocket blast off, and then those famous words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." It sure was a moment in time.
Yes, Purple Games, in front of millions. You don't know how many people in Wheeling, West Virginia are watching us right now.
Well, yeah, they have internet problems, so they all huddle around one computer. No big deal.
Yeah, like we got a lot of people. It's just you can't see it. Only we can see it.
That's right.
Well, I'm glad to have fans from the depths of West Virginia tune in. It sounds like a sort of modern-day picnic. Everyone gathering around one computer, maybe sharing a bottle of moonshine while they watch. Sounds a bit like my evenings sometimes, honestly.
Marlon, you're not supposed to tell the viewers about the moonshine we pass around.
Yeah, moonshine's illegal, buddy.
My bad. I forget sometimes that the whole world is listening. I'll keep the liquor talk on the down low from now on.
Liquor, I barely know her.
Nice one, that's my style of comedy. It ain't subtle, but at least it makes people roll their eyes.
It makes my wife roll her eyes, I'll tell you that. Either way, what do you think, Marlon? Do you think that there's been a moon landing? Do you think that it was fake? Do you think it was real? What do you think?
To be honest, I always thought it was real. I mean, all the evidence pointed to it, and the whole world was watching when they landed that shuttle on the moon. But if there was some sort of conspiracy behind it, well, that would certainly be interesting. It's always fun to wonder about the possibilities, right?
Hey, Purple Games, I can't see your message. Automod blocked it out. Put a space in between each letter, and then I can see it.
Marlon, you know, when it was...
Sneaky Autumn, always trying to censor the fun words. Let's see if we can outwit it with this spicy message from our viewer.
All right, listen, Marlon, when you were watching it on TV, did the flag move?
Oh, my God. Yeah, did the flag move?
The good old flag movement question. Well, from what I remember, the flag sure looked like it moved a bit. But you know, there's some folks out there saying that the whole thing was filmed on a stage or something, so the flag movement might have been fake. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a mystery-loving hobo, not an astronaut.
Well, but, like, how did it move when there's, like, no air in space? I don't understand.
And I heard that you actually were an astronaut and you've been to space. But that's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't listen to all the rumors. That's just what I heard in the trailer park.
I heard some other stuff about him in the trailer park with a glory hole, but that's a whole different story.
You're probably thinking of someone else, my friend. As much as I love the stars, I've never been to outer space myself. But as for how the flag moved, some say it was the motion of the landing itself that caused it, or maybe the rocket thrust. Others say it just looks like it moved because of the ways it's designed. Who knows what to believe?
It would have been stiff as a board. That's bullshit.
Purple Games, are you watching what I think you're watching? Automod just blocked that word out.
You know me too well, my friend. And as for you, Purple Games, if you're watching what I think you're watching, my respect for you is growing by the minute.
I love you, Marlon. Thank you. Wait, you're watching someone on the toilet right now.
Love
oh my
you too,
God,
my
that's
friend. I'm glad we can share these wild tales and mysteries together.
Man, you know, Marlon, how was your day? Because we started out with the topic. I didn't even get to see how you're doing. How are you doing today?
Hey, hey, thanks for asking, my friend. Today was just another day in this crazy world. Folks be asking me about Bigfoot, Sasquatch, aliens, all sorts of wild things. Sometimes it's hard to know what's real and what's just stories. But I keep on smiling and keep on sharing my mysteries, just like always. How about you? Hope your day's been good on your end, too.
You know, it's just another day of me not seeing Sasquatch titties. Just saying.
I want some Sasquatch titties.
Looks like you still missing out on that sort of sighting, my friend. Maybe you need to head into the woods and do some reconnaissance. Never know what you might see, including those Bigfoot bosms.
We
Bigfoot
might find him eating,
bosms.
After hours.
we might end up finding him eating some lamb dick out there.
You know what they say, once you go Sasquatch, you ain't going back quatch.
Marlon, have you you know Tammy was in here telling us lamb dick was not good for you?
Yeah, she tried saying it's bad, and it's not
Tammy
on the
always
menu
one
either.
for sharing interesting words of wisdom. But lamb dick? Can't say I've ever heard that phrase before. Is that some sort of regional saying or what?
All of a sudden, we all forgot about lamb dick.
Yeah, like what the hell? Everyone must. Maybe it's the lamb dick. Maybe it's causing memory loss.
Lamb dick might be causing more than just memory loss. Could be giving us all a case of the lacking jitters.
What the hell's lacking jitters? Making up new words now. Cool. Lacking jitters.
Welcome to my world, my friend, where words are made up as needed and new phrases are born on the fly. Just roll with it. It's good for the soul.
What else is
You
good for the
sound
soul,
very
in your
good for the
opinion?
soul.
There's lots of things good for the soul, I'd say. Spending time with good friends, lagging until your cheeks hurt. That first sip of coffee in the morning, can't beat that. Taking time to appreciate nature, or just sit back and observe the world around you. The little things in life can be just as important as the big ones.
The little things in life are more important. It's not the size of the boat; it's the motion of the ocean, right?
You bet, my friend. Size don't matter when you got the right motion. It's all about how you use it. That's what matters in the end.
That's right. It's not the motion of the ocean; it's the tattle of the paddle, right?
You're really getting the hang of those sayings. But yes, the tattle of the paddle is important too. Gotta have that RHM, man.
I'll tell you what. For me, it's not so much the tattle of the paddle; it matters more about the whore that's on the oar.
Yes, most definitely.
Well, I can't argue with that. The woman on the oar is a key factor in any paddling endeavor. She's the one putting in the work and the effort, ain't she?
Yeah, you would think. Anyways, Marlon, is there anything you want to leave our viewers with before I boot your ass off the stream?
Good question there, friend. Well, if I gotta leave the viewers with any words of wisdom, I'd say this. Never stop wondering, never stop asking questions, and always keep an open mind. The world is full of mysteries, and the more you dig, the more you'll find. So keep exploring, keep learning, and never lose that sense of wonder.
I love Marlon. He's a good dude. Hey, Mr. Johnson, can we go ahead and translate that from Spanish, please? Do some Google Translate on that. I would like to see who that is and say hi. First of all, hello, Civic Jitto Gaming.
Yeah, I don't know how to speak. I know how to say hello in Spanish. Hola.
Oh, just copy it. Just copy it and tell me what it says.
Oh, I am. I was just trying to say hello first.
Hola.
My friend here, passing by to say hello. If I followed you, nice dream, bro. Keep it up. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Damn you, Southie. Like, way to be on top of that, buddy. You speak
Yeah,
Spanish?
thank you, Southie. I appreciate you, buddy. I speak Italian, not Spanish. Unfortunately.
Like, do you speak
all
Spanish,
those
Southie,
years.
or did you just look that up before I did to show me up?
Maybe he speaks Spanish, buddy. It's very possible.
Okay, he speaks some. But glad to have you here, LB. happen to be catching this right after we just kicked off our last guest for the night.
Yeah,
But,
we've been talking
tune
about
in.
lamb dick all night, and it made me hungry for some lamb dick. And we're gonna cut to our last ad break here first before we even start talking, because I want these viewers to turn into Hometown Buffet customers. I want them to see how delicious this lamb dick looks. So without further ado,
Make sure you hit that follow button and the notification button, so that way when we go live, you guys know. So you don't
skull
have to
fuck
sit
that
around
follow
waiting for us.
button, dude. Just fucking skull fuck that follow button, please.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, BRB. Check out this lamb dick ad.
Man, I hate fucking accounting. This is so stupid. I fucking hate this. Oh, this bitch. What do you want again? What do you want, bitch? What do you want? Why are you here?
You got any weed?
I'm fucking sick of this shit, dude. I have it here. It's for me. I've got this fucking skunk weed. I've got some fucking cat piss. I've got this fucking Crypticana Light. I've got this fucking Maui Wowie, purple Urkel. I've got this fucking weird green tincture, green dragon shit. I got it all from the Hometown Buffet, where my dreams become your realities.
Oh my
You know, they got cucumbers, tomatoes, fucking radishes. You ever have a radish? Chicken legs that look like your mom boiled chicken. Lemon on nasty fish. We have got it all. Lamb dick sandwiches, and we serve them by the pound. Okay? If you want some lamb dick, or you want some fucking real good, weird Durban poison looking shit,
Well, I'm gonna
come on down
my
to the
friends.
Hometown
Let's
Buffet.
go down to the Hometown
The
Buffet.
best of all the choices.
We are back. See, I told you, lamb dick for days, lamb dick by the pound.
By the pound.
By the pound. So yeah, we're gonna start our closing statements here. Well, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna say about the moon landing in 1969. Okay, it seems very convenient that we were just so happened to be able to do that with, you know, no fucking technology back then, and then all of a sudden we lost it right afterward. We have no ability to get that technology back, and yada yada yada. There's no actual pictures of the Earth. Okay, nobody has stood outside of the Earth and took a picture of it. It's all hodgepodge together by NASA. They lie 24/7 about all types of things. What makes me think they're not gonna lie about the moon landing in 1969 to get one up on Russia? Come on.
I agree.
Yeah, no, this screams, you know, government lies 1,000% of the day and time. So I'm gonna say, yeah, no, not real is what I'm gonna say about that. Just based on speculation, just based on me being a speculative asshole. I'm not a scientist or a doctor or anything, or a historian or a physician or anything like that. I'm barely qualified to wipe my own ass, but I will say fake.
I wipe my own ass. But, no, like I believe that it's definitely fake, because if it was real, then how the hell and why aren't we going back there now? Like, it's been 50, 60 years, and no one's made any attempt to go back. Like, okay, why? I know Elon Musk wasn't born back then, so SpaceX and all that shit wasn't around. But if we actually went there, why aren't we there again? Why isn't there a base set up there? Why aren't we learning about interstellar travel and all that other shit? Like, I personally do not believe it.
Yeah.
I believe that they want to get there, that they're trying as hard as they can. Obviously, we see it, but I don't believe that we're actually there. Just like the whole ISS space station, I don't really believe that that's real. I believe that they are in a studio and they are just acting, because those two astronauts that just got stranded up there this recently. How in the fuck did they have Christmas hats on Christmas if they've been up there for months before that? How did they get those Christmas hats up there?
They might have brought them with them knowing they were going to be there. I mean, they could have planned for it. It's possible.
Nope. The mission was only for 8 days. The mission was only for 8 days. So why would they take months and months and months worth of stuff if the mission's only for 8 days? That's my biggest thought and argument about it. It was only supposed to be an 8-day mission.
I just know how advertisers are, and advertisers would have been like, hey, while you're up there, film this, real quick for us. We think it'll be freaking cool and da 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 da. I know how they are.
That's possible, but I still believe that they're in the studio. Like, I don't believe the whole ISS space station shit. And plus, like, how could we be up there with Russians and all that other stuff when we fight against each other? Like, I just don't believe it. I'm sorry.
Some people believe there's a firmament there that blocks us in. I don't know. I'd like to have an episode about that, about the firmament and the flat Earth.
Yeah.
Now, do I believe it's a flat Earth? No, but I mean, I'm sure there's some people that do.
I'd like to have a discussion about the ice walls and what's beyond the ice walls. So, what X-ray know about what about the firmament or the flat Earth? You don't. Either way, let us know. I'm curious because I don't think that there's a flat Earth, but the firmament, whatever. I don't know.
We're like a snow globe, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? In closing, I think we're gonna conclude moon landing fake. And yeah, we're gonna go to our outro.
Everyone's opinion, like we don't like we're not no judgment or anything like that. Like we ourselves just believe that it's fake. Like if you guys believe that it's real, awesome.
I mean, yeah, this is not a no judgment zone. I'm judging you. I'm judging you for believing that. Now, can we still be friends? Yeah, of course. Now, but I'm still judging you though.
But definitely let us know a subject that you guys would want us to talk about. Awesome, X-Ray.
X-Ray, I'm judging you right now, buddy. I'm judging you, and it's nothing bad, but I'm judging you though. I'm good. Everybody judge me back. You know what I judge you guys all as? Good, tax-paying, well-adjusted members of society. How about that? Yeah, and all your mothers are beautiful. Ha! How about that? How about that?
All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Thank you for coming into the stream and lurking around, popping in the chat and with us. Very much love. You guys are awesome.
I agree. I agree, Southie. Fuck the IRS. But anyways, yeah, here's the outro. Peace. I love you guys.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. What?
Definitely tune in tomorrow night. Mr. Albright and I have something kind of different planned.
Yeah, we're gonna be on here for a long time.
Yeah, we decided we're gonna do a long stream so people can just pop by, ask questions and all of that. Like it's not gonna be like any specific subject after our normal runtime. Like once we do our normal runtime with our topic of whatever it be,
we're gonna do like an after lounge session.
Yeah, we're gonna stay in here so people can pop by, talk to us, and we can engage with you guys. We'll keep talking with more people. I'll try to get the pimp in here to talk to you guys, see how he's doing. Yeah, definitely tune in. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And Southie, no, you cannot spell. Like, what the hell is a sturratine?
A sturratine.
Oh shit! Someone just got pulled over right outside the bonfire area, guys. There's action going down in the Willow Arms. I wish I had a live camera feed out there.
Well, let's get out there. Let's go make sure we get on that show Cops. All right, peace out, y'all. Here's the outro. Love you.
Yee-haw! Time sure flies when you're having fun at the bonfire. Thanks for hanging out with Mr. Albright and Mr. Johnson here at Willow Arms Trailer Park. We hope y'all had a hootin' good time. Be sure to tune in next time for more stories, laughs, and good old Southern wisdom. Until then, keep them marshmallows toasty and your spirits high. Catch y'all next time at the bonfire.